I love how you squint because you're not sure how to adjust to
Well,
the brightness of your monitor.
dark mode.
Woo! Ow, that hurts my eyeballs.
Is there a way to do dark mode on fantasy?
It's inside your Chrome browser, I think. Be able to set the setting.
There's no setting.
It's like, are you using Chrome? All right, y'all. We're back for week one recap of the playoffs, and this guy's already saying I should have threw it.
Should have threw it. Should
Why?
Because I got to deal with you next week.
I mean, there's a very, very big possibility.
What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna dump everyone to free agency now.
Just gonna give up. Hold this cold hard drop.
I'll keep Jordan Alvarez because they can't drop him. He's the only one I can't drop.
Just gonna put him on the bench. Just boop.
He'll be on the bench the entire time.
You can't do me like that. You gotta go for it.
You give yourself points anyway, so it's not that
I
big of a
do
deal.
not give myself points. Nice try.
I think you do.
If anything, last week I sucked last week. And it's funny. On the scoreboard, it just shows everyone's got their match. And at the bottom, it says bye week, and we have points. But just very small print, by the way. They were playing this week still. Which I find funny. Did you think that Rose was going to win as big as he did against Mir?
Probably not.
I mean, that 779 to the 504 is kind of insane that her team didn't even make an effort to score points. That's just... That's frustrating to look at that. Her day by day for week one had a high of 108, a low of 22, and an average of 72. Barely any kind of like push from her team to do anything. Rose just pretty much took that whole week without any kind of issue. And then you walked over the kid 161 point difference, 795 to 634. And then again, Corey loses to Shane without even like an effort to try to win the game. 505 to 447. 447 points? Are you serious? Shane's not scored that low.
Really need dark mode.
I love how you squint because you're not sure how to adjust to the brightness of your monitor.
Dark mode.
Woo! Ow, that hurts my eyeballs.
Is there a way to do dark mode on fantasy?
It's inside your Chrome browser, I think. So to set the setting.
There's no setting.
Like, are you using Chrome?
Yeah, I'm about to disk Chrome. I need to find a better browser. If I'm really honest, I gotta find a better browser.
You find one, let me know. Yeah, it's in appearance. Click on mode and then go to dark mode.
It's still there. I feel like I'm being. I feel like I'm in the middle. I feel like I'm in the middle of being exercised.
Because it is
For the amount of brightness it is, dude. The priestess comfort me.
Oh my
Seaplane,
God.
boss, seaplane.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Out of all the points last week, your pitchers earned you 350, your batters earned you 445. Your pitchers almost earned you more points than your batters did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Flaherty lost you 3 points. Everyone else,
which is
earned
weird.
You a minimum of
Flaherty
20.
is never plays that bad.
And how did he lose those points? 3 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 5 hits, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. Jesus Christ. That's a bad line.
I'm looking for something. He's the friends list.
Whereas the kids' pitchers earned him 283 points, and his batter's 352. He had Rizal Iglesias lose him 12. Tani, of course, didn't pitch. He's not pitching still. He's not made his way through elbow rehab. Shane last week earned 140 off pitchers. Corey earned 123. He had 3 pitchers that almost lost him points. Nola and Yanier. Cole Irvin lost him a point, and a lot of his pitchers were either 10 or 20 points, with one that earned him 36. This guys are just not earning him points. He's also not paying attention. So that's
Corey.
I
think Corey basically stopped paying attention a long time ago.
He did. Because he started losing really, really badly. He just stopped paying attention. Which, I mean, all fun and games for him, I guess.
Dupree!
I had to find it.
Jesus Christ.
That movie is worse. I know we're sidebarring here a little bit, but that movie is worse than what's the guy with come here boys. Oh, I'm gonna find it. Who's the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory actor?
Johnny Depp?
No, the old one.
Oh,
What's his name? Gene Wilder. That's what it is.
yeah.
So where's the? At least it's where's the Blazing Saddles?
Blazing Saddles is a pretty good movie, though. I think it's a pretty good movie.
Fellas, I got a present. Where the white women at? So they should remake that movie. They need to remake that movie. That'd be good. It'd be good. I gotta watch that movie again. It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
So with you winning last week and Rose winning, that moved me to playing Rose, and then you to playing Ethan. Then that moved Mirith down to playing against the kid for this week. So the week's almost over. We got 2 more days of baseball left. Look at the scores as they stand. Who do you think is going into the finals and then the
Ethan.
3rd place and 5th place match?
Ethan's going into the finals. Ethan's going into the finals.
Do you think Ethan's going to win the next 2 days?
Yes.
Are you going to throw it? Is that what you're planning?
I plead the 5th.
You
Cannot confirm nor deny.
Can confirm nor deny my stats. So we'll have to see next week what he does.
I did not throw that game of fantasy baseball. I did not.
I love the accent. Good Lord. Okay. So as we look at our fantasy league wrapping up, we've got 2 more rounds left. Well, 1 more round after this week is over. Week 24. Week 25. Next week's recap would be the second to last match. Then we'll get 26 would be the final. I'm getting ahead of myself. We're looking at week 23, which is last week. But let's look at baseball itself, the actual league. Because like you and I were just talking, there's a lot that depends on everything going on. And the Twins won 4-2.
Yeah.
The Twins took that in extras. Sox tried. They scored 1 in the 12th, but there's not enough. They needed to score that second one. The Phillies dominated the Mets today, 12-2. Astros beat the Angels 9-7. Diamondbacks beat the Brewers for the second game in a row. And then the Cubs beat the Nationals 3-1. Yankees and Athletics are tied going into the 7th.
Athletics are gonna win.
Well, I mean, like you and I said, what was it, like 5 weeks ago? When the Yankees go into the 7th, tied or behind, they don't.
They're bad.
They statistically lose those games.
Yeah, they're real bad.
Yeah, I wonder what their batting average looks like from the 7th inning on when they're behind versus when they're ahead. That'd be an interesting number to look at to see if do they swing for the fence, do they swing for the small ball, what do they do that causes them to not come out of the 7th ahead in these games.
I fall back to this, right? Last year against the Mariners in the late part of the season, they literally just could not run bases, so that's probably it.
You mean like advance the ball?
No, period. They couldn't run the bases.
Really?
Period, yeah. They got caught in like 3 rundowns or 2 rundowns or something like that, something insane, and then got thrown into a double play twice from like the 7th inning on. Yeah, it was terrible. It was funny as hell to watch, but it was still terrible.
Just hit the ball, advance your next player, hit the ball, advance your next player. Don't try to do anything crazy with it. Like, why is that such a hard thing for people to do?
That's a good question.
The Rockies are beating the Dodgers right now, going into the 5th inning. It's 1-0. With the last nine games of baseball that we're looking at currently, that puts a lot of teams completely out of playoff contention. Athletics were eliminated like 2 days ago. The Reds were eliminated. The Giants are eliminated. The Pirates, the Nationals, the Rockies, the Marlins, and the Angels. We've known the White Sox have been eliminated for a very long time, so I'm not going to...
But what it is that the owner is going to bribe MLB to give them more wins.
And who are they going to take wins from?
Well, that's a good question. They're just going to switch it.
You can't
switch it to 117 and 36.
Because you can't just get wins in a column. It has to equal 162 games times 30 teams. So can't just take what's not there, man. Can't just take it.
I think you can.
That puts,
just like you do it all the time.
I do not. I do not. That puts the Mariners, if they won, they're now they're still 2 games behind the Twins, so they needed the Twins to lose today for the Tigers and the Twins to tie, and then to be 1 game back. With 9 games left of baseball, well, 8 games left of baseball now, because the season is almost over. Got 1 week left. It's going to be very interesting to see how this all shakes out. I think the Blue Jays and Rangers are going to be eliminated tomorrow. They're going to no longer have a chance to catch up, so it's going to take them out. The Cubs are 6 games back. I don't think we're going to get close to the Braves or the Mets. I think we're going to continue to fall behind a little bit. We're going to get eliminated in the last 3 days.
I didn't know you played for the Cubs.
I root for the Cubs.
Why do you say we? You're not part of that team. You don't play for them. You don't work for the organization.
I would.
Then stop saying we. You are not French either. So you can't say we in that sense either.
Oi. So,
whoa.
No one's going to hit 100 wins this season.
No, hell no. No one's going to hit 100 wins this season. If you thought anybody was going to hit 100 wins this season, you crazy.
No one's going to hit 100 this season.
Yeah, it's because they've had fucking weird schedules all year.
I know. The best records right now are the Padres, the Diamondbacks, and the Orioles. 87 and 66 or 86 and 68.
In the wild card
it.
is what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Guardians at 90 and 65. Phillies
With
at
8
92
games
and
left, the
66.
only team that could possibly hit 100 wins
Phillies.
is the Phillies.
But they'd have to win all 8.
Possible. Exactly.
Well, their last 8 games, they've got
Against terrible teams. So there's
well, yeah,
that.
it's the Mets for 2, then the Cubs for 3, then the Nationals for 3. Do you think that they're going to beat the Nationals and the Cubs and the Mets? Or sweep every series going into this?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that they're gonna get swept every series and get knocked out of the playoff run.
That would be terrible.
It would be accurate.
So if the Phillies lose not the next 8, they would fall to the wild card because that would put the Mets above them,
Right.
and then the Braves would be a game behind them. So they wouldn't fall out of the playoffs; they would just fall out of the guaranteed seed. Which that's wild.
Yeah, but they have it clinched according to MLB.
Mm-hmm.
They have it clinched.
Because the chances of them losing 8 straight games.
Hey, it's not impossible.
It's not impossible. It's improbable.
Yeah.
Because their home score is 41 and 35, and their away is 52 and 26, 40 and 36. They are home for the next 9 games. They would have to lose more than their current record says that they lose at home, which is not very often. The Cubs have a less than 0.1% chance to make it to the playoffs. Diamondbacks are at 86.6.
What's the Mariners? What's the Mariners percentage? I want to know.
8.5%.
I already knew, like, when they were playing bad at the beginning of the year, they were winning still, right? They were still winning. 1-run game here, 1-run game here, 3-run game here. They were winning. But I called it once like a month before. I was like, they're in first place now. But just you wait. Like the second half isn't even here yet. They're not going to make it. And then once I said that, they started losing again.
Their 1-run games, they are 26 and 26. Their
Mariners,
extra
yeah.
inning games, they are 8 and 8.
Yeah. But you can't have those stats if you plan on making it.
I mean,
You gotta have less 1-run games.
The Yankees in extra innings are 7 and 8, and in 1-run games are 19 and 18. The best team in one-run games this whole season is the Cardinals, 27 and 21, or the Tampa Bay Rays at 27 and 20.
I'm surprised the Tampa Bay Rays aren't doing better than they are.
Yeah, their expected win-loss is 70 and 84. They have 6 more wins than they were expected to have this season. The Miami Marlins are expected to be at 54 and 100. They're 57 and 97, which that's going the right direction. They want to be winning more, but they aren't supposed to be winning, is what that says. The Rockies are winning 5 more than they said they were going to be winning. They said 54 and 99. They're currently at 59 and 94. The White Sox, though, the White Sox are supposed to be 41 and 112, and they're currently 36 and 117.
They also should have won 10 more games than they, or 6 more games than what they have, according to XWL.
Yeah, like, they're not doing great. Not doing great at all. The Guardians are doing better than expected. The Rangers are doing better than expected. The Cubs are doing worse than expected. The Cardinals are doing better than expected. The Pirates are doing better than expected. So it's just all around, as everyone is not doing well right now going into the last week.
You know what I'm hoping?
Huh.
I hope the Los Angeles Dodgers get eliminated round 1.
Well, okay, so if the playoffs started today, so if the playoffs started today, it would be the Dodgers in the NLDS, versus the Brewers or the Diamondbacks. With how the Brewers have been playing against the Diamondbacks, it'd be the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers in the NLDS. And then it'll be the Padres versus the Phillies. Now, who do you think would win that? The Diamondbacks and the Dodgers?
Probably the Phillies.
You think the Phillies would take that over the Padres?
Yeah.
Now, who do you think would win, the Diamondbacks or the Dodgers?
Diamondbacks. They're a lot better.
Okay. So then
They're
that
a
would
better
put
overall team.
That would put the Phillies and the Diamondbacks into the NLCS. But then we have the Guardians would play either the Twins or the Astros. So who do you think would win, the Twins or the Astros?
Probably the Astros.
Now who would win, the Guardians or the Astros?
Probably the Guardians.
And then we would have the Yankees versus the Orioles or the Royals. Now I'm thinking the Orioles would
Probably
take
the
that.
Royals. No, the Royals would win. Oh, 100%.
I don't know. Like the standings and the statistics.
The Royals
show
were
that
such a bad.
Orioles.
No, the Royals have the same exact thing like they had the Texas had last year. They played terrible the year before. They turned it around the next year. They have the same thing.
The Orioles have a better record, a better offense, better pitching. They're 7th in runs, they're 12th in batting average, 12th in OBP, and 3rd in slugging. That's the Orioles. And then with the Royals, they are 9th in runs. They're 12th in slugging, 14th in OBP, but they're better in average and they're better in runs. So they're worse in on base and they're worse at slugging, but they're better in overall batting average and they're better in runs. Pitching, 73. So they're 3rd in quality starts, 11th in ERA, 19th in WHIP, and 20th in batting average against. Orioles, they are 6th in quality starts, 15th in ERA, 11th in WHIP, and 10th in batting average against.
Want to know what makes me mad about that whole thing? The Mariners are number 1 in quality starts.
Still?
The amount of games, yes. Unless it's changed. I think it's changed.
They're 1st in ERA, 1st in quality starts, 1st in WHIP, 1st in batting average against, and they're 25th in runs, 30th in batting average, 26th in slugging, and 15th in OBP. They still have the best pitching in the entire league, and they're going to get eliminated from the
playoffs. Put that
playoffs.
pitching staff on any team at all, they're not losing games.
No.
At all.
But you put them with their current batting lineup, and they aren't going anywhere because they have no run support worth anything.
I wonder what they're all thinking.
I wonder who. Okay, I'm gonna pull up stats in general. Nope. I want MLB stats. Okay. I don't want individual player scores. I want as a team. There we go.
I can tell you right now, they suck. That answer your question?
So the most runs is the Diamondbacks. The most hits is the Padres. The most doubles is the Twins. The most triples is the Tigers. The most home runs is the Yankees, just barely over the Orioles and the Dodgers. The most RBIs is the Diamondbacks. The most total bags is the Dodgers. The most walks is the Yankees. The most strikeouts is the Mariners. The most stolen bases is the Nationals. The best average is the Padres by .001 over the Diamondbacks. 265 versus 264. The next closest team is a 260 at the Astros. And then OBP, it's the Diamondbacks, with the Yankees and the Dodgers closely behind them, and then the Padres and the Brewers closely behind them. Best slugging in the game right now is the Dodgers, with the Diamondbacks right behind them. And the best OPS is the Diamondbacks. If the Diamondbacks don't go all the way this year, it's going to be probably rough for them as they're walking out of the playoffs or walking out of the postseason. Because they have almost the best stats for batting. Like first in runs, first in OBP, second in slugging, second in batting average. But 27th in ERA, 16th in quality starts, 27th in the whip, and 29th in batting average against. So if you put the Mariners pitchers with the Diamondbacks batters, you would have the undefeated team of the year.
100%. Well, it's also, you have to realize the Mariners are always been really good at developing pitching. They're just really bad at keeping hitting. Like that's really all it comes down to.
I mean, they had A-Rod, they had Buhner, they had Griffey, they had Martinez, they had.
I'm not talking about traded. I'm talking about developed.
Bringing them up and then getting rid of them.
No, they get rid of him for pitching. They got rid of Harry Ford.
Did they?
Yes.
When
As
did
far
that
as I know, a couple months ago. Let's see.
Nope, he's still with Seattle.
Oh no, he's still with Seattle. Okay.
He is not playing.
Wonder why. I think their seasons are over. Their season's over right now, actually.
Yeah, because he's not on the list for majors.
No. The season's over.
MLB.com. How do you find Harry Ford? He is currently on. No, he's still playing. He's just in Arkansas. What is Arkansas team? Teams by affiliate. Oh, okay. Okay. The AA affiliate, the Arkansas Travelers?
Yeah, that's who. It's AA. Which he shouldn't even be in AA.
No, he should be doing something better.
They probably put him in AA because they know he's going to be called up next year.
Probably. He's getting started and he's going to go to the Rainiers next and is going to come on up.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that we had a team out in Arkansas.
Yeah, there's the Travelers, AA. They're the AA Arkansas.
So, who else do we have?
We have the
Team
Aqua
by
Sox.
affiliate.
There's the Aqua Sox. There's the I don't know all of them, but I know the Aqua Sox, the Travelers, and the Modesto. I think also is one. So that's the high A, and then there's the Rainiers, of course.
Modesto Nuts, the Everett Aqua Sox, the Arkansas Travelers, and the Stone Rainiers.
Yep. That's the high A all the way, single high all the way up, because the Mariners do not have a low A team. They just have
They don't have a short season or a low A?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, they don't.
The National League teams. I forgot that the Hillsboro Hops were Angels affiliate. That's good to know. or a Diamondback affiliate. Let's see if there's any other team that I recognize on here. Okay. No other teams that I recognize. Besides the Sacramento River Cats, which are for the Giants. Oh, the Eugene Emeralds. They're a Giants affiliate. Okay, good to know. Okay. So just looking at coming into the next week, we've got 9 games of baseball left, 9 intense days to see who's going to hold on to their spot in the playoffs or lose their spot in the playoffs. And then we've got our teams, and you think you're going to throw it this week. We'll see.
I've already moved everybody. I already dropped everyone, so you'll see those actions tomorrow. You think I'm joking?
I do think you're joking.
Well,
I do think you're joking.
Well, you're wrong.
You would rather concede than take me out of first place.
Hamstring.
Whatever. All right. Well, that's all I've got for this week. So you got?
All I say is keep an eye out on my team name for the next couple of days.
You're gonna change your team name too? Oh, good God.
We'll see it.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week for our recap episode of week 24 as we get into a second round of playoffs. Next recap on Monday. So, catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.